Okay, I grew up in a family. I was the youngest child in a family of 4 or 5 kids. My brother Bernard died before I was born. And anyway, we didn't belong to any church. If we went to church when I was a little bit older, it was the Baptist church down in Clyde by this great grade school. In fact, I used to go down there when I was in junior high, and we would have, it was kind of like a boys club. And if what would happen is we'd go down there and they would say, okay, next week we want you to come back and say a prayer. And so my buddies and I, we wouldn't go next week because we didn't want to say a prayer. We didn't have any idea what it was like. So I never knew anybody of the Mormon religion. No way. And then when I joined the Air Force, and that happened the whole time I was growing up, we didn't do anything with church. So I joined the Air Force, and one of my best friends on his dog tags it said Mormon. But I didn't think anything about it, just okay. But he smoked and drank. I'm not a Mormon, and I smoked, but I didn't drink. So then that was in Pakistan, and then when I came back to Texas, I was there 2 years, and I would go to church with different friends. I went to a Catholic wedding with one of my friends, and because he had me usher, and after the wedding was over, I thought, boy, I don't care for this church whatsoever. So I would go to different churches. I went with this one kid to a Lutheran church, and we went, and it was huge, and the congregation was huge. And they did all this stuff, but after it was over, if you've never smoked, you don't know, but you sit in a church meeting for an hour and a half, and you're a smoker, you can't wait to get outside to light up. So I got outside and I lit up, and I'm looking over here, and here's the minister, and he's smoking. And I thought, that's not right. If you're the minister, you should be smoking.
Wow.
And so
you didn't even know about the word of wisdom yet.
Yeah, but I went to several different churches, and the minister did the same thing. And I thought, this isn't it. That's not what Christ would do. And I knew there was God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Ghost. Nobody taught me. I just knew it. I couldn't tell you why, but I just knew it. So I came home, and I on the way home, I thought, I need to find a church to go to. So I came home, and who did I meet? Judy Kay.
Yeah.
Well, when I left to go in the military, I was 21, she was 16. I came back, and when I came back, I was pushing 26, and she was 21. And I saw her in the grocery store, and I thought, wow, she's really grown up. and I don't know how long it was. The second time we met at the same little grocery store out in the country. We only lived like 5 miles apart. And
Our first date was we went bowling.
Bowling, yeah. Went bowling, and then
Our second date we had, Joel was just little.
yeah,
And we went to drive-in theater.
Drive-in theater.
A drive-in theater, that means you take your car and you park in the parking
Yeah.
lot, for you kids that don't know what a drive-in theater is. And every time Joel he was in the back seat, and every time he'd kind of roll over, and it was late at night, so he fell asleep. And if he even so much as moved, Rich would turn around and look to make sure he was okay. And he took his coat and put it over him, and I thought, this guy is too good to be true. He can't be that nice. And so I stayed clear on my side of the car, go ahead. And then we kept on dating.
Yeah, we kept dating.
And kept talking.
Every once in a while she would bring up the fact that she was a member of the church. And she would tell me things. I remember one time, and I really, really had a hang up about paid ministry. I thought, when Christ was on the earth, he didn't get paid for for teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. Why can he, and then at this Lutheran church, my friend told me that his minister made like $30,000 or $40,000 a year, and he got a new car every 2 years, and they paid for his house and bought his groceries. And I thought, and I was making like 150, 190 bucks a month in the Air Force. And I thought, man, I could save a lot of souls for, you know, $70,000, $80,000 a year. And I thought, that's not right. You shouldn't get paid to preach the gospel. And we're tooling down the road one day, and Judy said, there's no paid ministry in my church. And I'm going, whoa, what? Tell me more. And
I was just going to say, you were very golden. You were looking for a church.
yeah,
And the more I told him about our church, the more he went, wow, that's just what
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
and the funny part was, well, it wasn't funny. It was funny in one way, but not in another. When the elders came over to meet with us, I don't remember when it was.
February. Well, you got
I got
baptized.
baptized on February 18th.
It's probably in January.
Yeah, January. Anyway, they came over and they started giving me the lessons. And everything they told me, I thought, I've heard this same thing before. I knew it from someplace.
A pre-existence.
Yeah, and I knew it was true. You know, everything they told me, I just said, I believe it. They said, do you believe that? And I said, yeah, I believe that. It was just, I just knew it was true. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, and then he got baptized.
Yeah, but Dad baptized me.
Who
And
baptized you? Sorry.
My dad.
Judy's
Your
dad,
father?
yeah, my father-in-law.
Wow. What was the date? Do you remember?
February 18th, 1965.
66.
66,
We got married in 65.
that's right. But I knew the date, February 18th.
1966 then.
Yes, 1966.
And we've been active ever since.
Yes.
And was that baptism in the Roseburg area?
Yeah, I was in
Yeah.
the Roseburg. And at that time, Roseburg had one ward, and it covered Winston, I don't think it covered
Sutherland, yes.
Yeah, anyway, and on a good fast Sunday, if there were 65 or 70 people there, there was a lot. And we saw it go from Sutherland having its own ward, Winston having its own ward, Myrtle Creek had a ward, Canyonville had a ward. We went from a little small congregation to a stake
In our lifetime.
in our lifetime.
Good.
That's really cool.
Okay. You might want to stop. That's easy. Mac's place. I was a waitress.
Really? How old?
16.
Oh, okay.
Well, first I started out as, I was like a cashier. They had a little store.
Yeah.
My Kingston
And
shoes.
they also had a restaurant. And so I was like a hostess.
No, he doesn't want
And
them.
then they eventually took the store out.
Hey Kingston, do you know where your
And I
shoes?
became a waitress.
Hey
And I
Kingston, do you know where you
loved
took
it. I
your shoes off at?
got good tips.
I just work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually, I really,
Ah!
Kingston, shh.
Was it?
I really liked
I
waitressing
know they were
too.
famous for their pies, but did they serve lots of other
Hey,
stuff
those
too?
are baby
Hamburgers,
Jenny's. Can you
milkshakes.
pick those up?
Hey
And they
Kingston,
were
Pick those up for Jenny.
did you take them off in the basement?
I don't know. I think she went to bed.
Not in that area.
Oh,
They had a
wow.
soft freeze machine.
Let's find your shoes.
Okay, follow me,
And they had a
Carly.
gasoline pump. I don't think I pumped gas there. I did up at Steamboat Inn when Grandma was working there. I'd go out and fill up people's car with gas. I didn't wait tables or anything. I just bummed around while she was working.
No, it's the evil guy.
Hey,
Well,
Jenny,
Dad,
your
what was
hair
your-
bows are over here.
Dad, what was your
Jenny,
first job?
come pick them up.
Well, it was after we moved to Oregon. I was in the 4th grade.
I'm
Got to
gonna
5th grade.
Mommy, I'm
I
thirsty.
sold cloverine brand salad.
She'll brush her teeth real big. Say goodnight to
It
everyone.
looked like a can of chewing tobacco and it was salve you could put on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like lotion or
And then
something.
I also sold Christmas cards.
Like door to door?
Yeah,
Great, yes.
just cards. They were usually Christmas, birthday, blah, blah.
Occasion, all occasion.
Oh, okay.
But did you order it from the catalog?
Yeah, actually I ordered, I found it, or I don't remember where I got it, but I got a Boys Life magazine. It was from the Cub Scouts. And in the back, they had selling jobs.
Oh,
That's where I sold it.
That's awesome. So where did you, like, go up to Idlewild by the
We
Idlewild
lived
store?
right
Or,
on Idlewild.
no, but where did you set, like, what do you mean? Did you go door to door in your neighborhood?
Door
Or?
to door.
And you sold them? Were you?
Yeah, I sold them.
in
I was trying to
4th
take-
grade?
Yeah, 4th grade.
Fifth
If he was
grade.
anything.
5th grade.
If he was anything as cute as I can imagine what he looked
Yeah,
like.
he probably did
People would
pretty
just say,
well.
"Oh, honey,
Right.
of course I'll
Oh,
buy
yeah,
some."
I remember seeing that picture of Dad when he was a little kid.
Oh,
It was
he's
very cute.
adorable.
Well, that's awesome, Dad. So that was your first job was sales.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
A lifelong
Carried
passion.
through my whole life.
That's awesome. So what was your second job, Dad? After selling those things?
Oh.
You were a box boy, I know
Well,
that.
no, before that, I bucked hay.
Oh yeah,
in the
bucked
summer.
hay in the summer.
One summer I worked on Allenby, somebody's ranch, Ellery and I, herding sheep and all that stuff.
Well, that'd be
Moving-
interesting.
Moving your road horses.
You rode horses, yeah.
What did you ride horses for? For herding the sheep?
Yeah.
that's fun.
That sounds kind of cool.
You mean you
Yeah.
didn't have a dog that was like Lassie
No, I
or
didn't have a
something
dog.
that went out and rounded them up? I saw a firefly go.
Cool.
Well, they're, right now's the time. They're going to start coming out. There were a ton out. What night were we here the other? Was that we weren't.